right, we got a lot more stuff to get around to tonight. We've got to talk about Dave Dobrik. We'll get to that one. Famous YouTuber. He's being sued, and he's being sued for something I think he should be sued for: being a fucking dummy. Just and guys like Dobrik, they make me look at guys like Logan and Jake Paul and go, those two are impressive.
Right. I've really turned around on them.
They adjusted. Mm-hmm. You know, they saw the changing winds and they went, I'm going to go do this now. David Dobrik is one of those guys who's like, he's a guy with no talent, but a bunch of little kiddies started watching his videos because they thought, he does fun pranks and he does cool stuff with his friends. I can't believe this Dave Dobrik.
Why don't you talk like that more?
Because dipshit dorks watch Dave Dobrik and they thought he was cool.
Yeah.
And so he just kept, but instead of him being like Jake Paul or Logan Paul, where they went, let's transition this into a podcast. Let's transition that into special events.
Well, you're growing up, man.
Right.
Come on.
Dave Dobrik just went, let's put my friend on a crane and see if he lives.
No safety equipment, nothing.
Really good idea. PA Cheddar informing us 87,000 views for the fighter and the kid last episode.
Uh-oh.
So let's cover this Dave Dobrik thing. He's being sued by one of his former staff guys, his team guys, Jeff Wittek. About a year and a half ago?
Yep, we covered it.
About a year and a half ago, this Jeff Wittek was put on an excavator over a lake and went on like a bungee cord or a rope on this excavator, slammed face first into the motherfucker. I don't know if you guys have seen an excavator.
It's horrific.
You slam into that thing, there ain't no give. The kid almost lost his eye.
Yeah, he slammed his face into the arm of the excavator.
Shattered his orbital bone. Couldn't see out of that eye for a long time. Needed numerous surgeries.
Therapies.
And all that. And then David Dobrik, after it was over. Now, this is how you can tell this stupid asshole David Dobrik, who, by the way, in my opinion, exhibits a lot of traits of a sociopath.
Yes.
Lot of sociopathic traits, this David Dobrik. He is a fucking problem. But I don't care if he goes away. I don't want him canceled or anything like that. If enough dipshits want to watch him, how does it affect my bottom line?
He's just
I don't
not
care.
for us.
So David Dobrik has his buddy Jeff Wittek on a crane. Slams in there, almost loses his eye, and because Dobrik is a fucking moron, he doesn't kiss this Jeff Wittek's ass, take care of him. What do you need, Jeff? I'm a millionaire. Do you want a house, Jeff? Can I buy you a house, Jeff? Can I buy you a sports car? Can I buy you a foreign sports car, Jeff? What do you want? What do you need? What are your desires? I'll take care of them.
A new studio, everything.
Whatever you want, Jeff. Instead, he like cold shoulders this fucking guy. Well, guys, I have a question for you. What do you do if you have a buddy or a guy who you thought was your buddy, put you up on an excavator like this, your face slams into the fucking excavator, and then he kind of pretends that you're not really one of the crew and you were never really one of his guys? What does the angry friend usually do in that case, April?
Lash out.
Lashes out, maybe in the form of a lawsuit. A lawsuit stating that, I don't know, you put me in a fucking excavator and swung me around like a lunatic. So David Dobrik is getting his comeuppance, and good. This is one thing that Ethan Klein and I can 1,000% agree on.
You don't even have to think about it.
Yeah, exactly. You know what, Ethan? Here you go. A piece between us this night, H3 Productions.
You don't have to think about it, dude.
Exactly. So this whole episode, well, let's watch it. Let's show everybody so they can get up to speed. Should we full screen this?
Yeah, this video is really hard to watch, in my opinion.
This is really fucked up. So first of all, no. And now Jeff Wittek has stated publicly before, after Dave Dobrik kind of left him out to dry, Jeff Wittek said, David has this way of pressuring you in to do things for his videos because you feel like you won't be invited. You know, you won't be part of the next big one.
You're not part of the crew.
And David has to keep upping the ante. You know, these guys don't watch the smart guys like Jake Paul and Logan Paul. They're like, I got lots of money. This is what happens when guys, there's a saying, fools and their money are soon parted.
Yep.
Dave Dobrik is the same guy who basically, in my opinion, streamed the aftermath of one of his boys sexually taking advantage of a passed out woman.
Yeah, we covered that one too. It was gross.
This guy is a mega piece of shit. And to his credit, Jeff Wittek did come out afterwards and at least say, it was fucked up. It was wrong. I'm ashamed I was a part of it. This David Dobrik's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jeff goes up on this crane, and, you know, a lot of people can say, hey, you even said this. He agreed to go up there. Don't do this stupid shit.
That's part of it, though. That's just part of it.
But if David is the dumb fuck that I think he is, I'm guessing he didn't have Jeff sign a release or a waiver.
This type of stunt just kind of seems like they're going for like a jackass angle, but not doing it right.
Do you know how much training and professional help and experts Johnny Knoxville
employs
has on site when they do that shit?
Fucking right.
It may not look safe, but that's just because those guys are good performers and good actors. It is as safe as that can be.
Mm-hmm.
So here's Jeff Wittek on the Excavator, and this is why he's suing Dave Dobrik.
I have such a hard time watching that.
Could have been killed. That
Most
sound
would think he's dead by now.
That sound sounds like he was killed.
Yes. Yep.
These guys are, 100 feet away on shore?
Maybe.
And you could hear that?
Yep.
Holy shit.
The stupid driver, I don't know who's driving this, but they must not understand anything about when you stop something abruptly, how the other thing will swing around.
Was David, we'll read in the story a little later, was David operating this thing?
This looks like David right here, to me.
I think David's kind of a skinny fuck.
That's not a big dude.
But he's got some tone. I think Dave's kind of a nerd.
Okay. Hey, by the way, you see any fucking medical staff on site? No, because they have none.
You see any doctors? You see any experts? You see any EMTs? No, because fucking moron. God, I hope he loses everything in this lawsuit. I hope Jeff Wittek rolls up to his house and takes all his money and all his belongings, because this dumb fucker went out there with no help, with no medical attention, put people on a fucking excavator. He could have killed somebody. And can I tell you something about Dave Dobrik?
Tell us more.
He will never fucking care that he did it.
No.
He will never care that he could have killed somebody. He probably doesn't care. I'm telling you, this David Dobrik guy, look up on him, read up on him, many shared traits of a sociopath. I'm not saying he is one. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it ain't a chicken.
There's way too much dirt on him from all the nasty videos he's taken.
The dude live streamed the aftermath of his buddy taking advantage of a passed out chick, and he thought it was fucking hilarious.
He laughed his dick off. Yeah.
He laughed his ass off. And by the way, this is a guy who doesn't say shit about shit until somebody calls him out and he gets caught and it could cost him some money.
That thing with the girl, he acted like, oh, it was a bro moment, almost like, yeah, man, you got her. It was that kind of attitude.
Yeah, and he puts his fucking friend, and your friend, by the way, who you dangle fame and YouTube attention in front of like a cookie, and if he doesn't do what you say, you threaten to take it away. Mm-hmm. Even if my buddies, let's say this show got David Dobrik big, and let's say we wanted to do a jackass kind of stunt. First of all, there would be lawyers, there would be insurance people there would be medical people on site. You'd do it right. I wouldn't do the fucking thing.
Legal forms being signed.
And professional stuntmen would be on that excavator with a professional excavator operator operating the fucking thing.
And we'd all be instructed how this is going to go down.
And we wouldn't be allowed anywhere near the controls. You know, if we were going to do that for a YouTube channel. But even if one of my friends, who, let's say I had a friend who like didn't have a job and was like, man, I could really use this. I could really use whatever money there is from this. It would help me out during a tough time. And I had David Dobrik money. You know what I'd say to my friend?
All right, buddy, come do this thing with us.
No. How much do you need?
How much?
And he went, well, I'll just go up on the excavator. No, I'm not letting you go on that. It's too dangerous. You could hurt yourself. Mm-hmm. But if you need some help, I'm a multimillionaire. What do you need?
I'll write you a check.
That's what a friend does. A friend does, you're going through a rough time. I know you'd have my back. Let me know what you need. I'll help you through.
This got Jeff Wittek all sorts of attention for the wrong reasons.
I hope he can parlay it into some kind of career because this guy was used and abused.
It seemed like maybe for a little bit after, because he has his own podcast, he has his own show, and that seemed like it got spread around a lot more for a while.
He was terrified to speak out at first. Terrified. And now he's suing the guy. I don't see one doctor.
The people that were driving the fucking thing won't even get out.
Well, no, those are girls that were sitting in as passengers. I think the person driving it was one of them. I think it was them.
From the beach?
Oh, David Dobrik should have never been behind the controls of a massive excavator used in a social media stunt gone wrong. So says a YouTuber now suing the influencer, saying he suffered serious injuries as a result of David's actions. Take every fucking dime he has. If he was behind the wheel of that thing,
I'm fairly certain you need some sort of licensing to drive one of those.
I'm sure we have lots of guys who do this kind of shit for a living, and they can tell you.
Yeah.
In the lawsuit obtained by TMZ, former Vlog Squad member Jeff Wittek says he traveled to Utah Lake in Provo, Utah in the summer of 2020 with David and a group of friends to shoot video as part of Dobrik's social media comeback. Oh, so this was after the accused sexual assault
social media comeback. We're going to do this stunt. We're going to get in the good graces of everyone. Gross.
I'm going to kind of almost kill my friend. That'll be a great comeback. You see what I mean about the sociopath shit? This is how sociopaths think. I don't really value anyone unless they can do something for me that I wouldn't do myself.
It's just disgusting.
Wittek says the plan for one video was to use an excavator operated by Dobrik and planted in the water to swing people around with a rope while riding various objects, including wakeboards. However, Wittek claims Dobrik then suggested people get swung around by the machine that he was operating by only holding the rope and without objects. Wittek says when it was his turn, David started to swing him around too quickly. The documents claim Dobrik noticed he was moving the excavator too fast and slowed down abruptly, causing Wittek to slam into the side of the excavator and causing him serious injury. Again, could have been killed easily.
Yep.
Could have been killed. While he doesn't list the specifics of his injuries in the lawsuit, Wittek has previously discussed what happened that day, saying he almost died, breaking his foot, hip, tearing a ligament in his leg, and shattering his skull in 9 places, and he almost lost his left eye. This is him in the hospital.
And you look up on his forehead, you can see where there's stitches starting on that side.
Right, from where they probably had to put his fucking head back together.
Yep.
That look, you know what that reminds me of? Billy Joe Saunders' eye after he fought Canelo, where it was sunken in.
Not good. Couldn't pull it back out.
Wittek says as a result of the accident, he suffered wage loss, loss of earning capacity, and racked up hospital bills. He's suing for general negligence and international tort. He's suing for more than $10 million in damages. Reached out to a rep for David. So far, no word back. Nothing back from this fucking creep.
Do we know what David is worth? Can he pay that? Because if you're worth enough, you might as well just pay that and go tuck tail and run.
I hope he doesn't have enough. He's $15 million. So I hope he loses, and with the legal fees, it puts him in the fucking poorhouse.
I hope so.
Enough of this
He
guy.
has not done anything good with that career of his.
This guy is a complete piece of shit.
And that's not even saying like his content wasn't good. It's just the evil things he's done.
Mad Max Mardigan says more traits of a psychopath because I'm not entirely sure he knows the difference between right and wrong. Oh, okay, which is a massive tell between psychopath and sociopath. You know what? You're right. He was behind the controls himself. A sociopath would never do that.
Sociopaths know what they're doing.
They would get somebody else to do it.
Correct.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely more traits of a psychopath because no feeling.
Yep. And I don't think you really know what you're up to. You're just kind of doing.
Yeah. The driver jumped out. The driver was David. You all wouldn't be dead now if it wasn't for my David.
I don't know, that person should be dead.
Mick Marshall says, I remember when this happened, David was the operator, allegedly. Few people got off the excavator. Chevrolet JB says, nope, anyone can run one. So you can rent one and just...
That's unfortunate. I feel like that big of a piece of machinery that you could technically swing around shouldn't be allowed for just anyone.
Raz of Chaz says Dobrik countersues saying, "You scratched my excavator." He would do that.
You left a dent in it.
Buzzy says, "Right there."
Not so much here or here, but right in there.
Right in here. Just kind of this whole...
Not here.
Not here. Not here so much, but right in here.
Oh, don't forget my foot. That thing's shattered too.
Super Vandal writes, "That kid is back on that excavator." Not 1 year doesn't go by where I read about some YouTube tard renting an excavator and a bloodbath ensues.
Our kids are never allowed to rent an excavator. Ever.
Just Ice says, "Imagine if he had killed that guy. He may be in prison right now." You know, I've heard Jeff Wittek in interviews, and I will say, I'm really glad he didn't die.
Yeah, he seems like an okay guy, just maybe stupid to go along with the
He seems like an
pressures.
okay dude,
You know?
I tell you what. And any fame, any attention he gets from this, he fucking deserves it. You take a header off an excavator and you live because your psychopath friend put you up there. You deserve every piece of attention positive attention that you get. The Mad Hatter says, "Didn't you put a cripple in a dunk tank?" No, the cripple begged to go in the dunk tank. I thought it was a bad idea.
He loved it.
Did I not say I'm against this?
We all said it was a bad idea just because we care about Johnny.
But Johnny
Don't
said
want
he
him to
wanted
get
to do
hurt.
it. I'm the opposite of David Dobrik.
Didn't want to
get that fucking excavator out of the water.
Liability for Cheetos either.
Right.
You know.
Dude, you left blood on it. Now we can't get our deposit back. That is funny.
Damn it.
That's funny. You guys can come up with what David Dobrik is saying about this today.
How about driving it in the water like that? Is that okay?
Well, David, you rusted it. Wittek got pieces of his skull on it.
You got salt water on this shit.
His skull piece is embedded in the metal. I'm not going to be able to get that out. I'm not getting my deposit back.
Ugh.
Piece of
Fucking
shit.
skull pieces.
I fucking hate David Dobrik so much. I hope this is the end of him. Is he still doing shit?
I did enjoy when that happened. Frenemies was still a thing, and
Right.
Trisha Paytas used to be around the Vlog Squad and had a lot to say about that guy.
Do you remember when we kind of liked Ethan Klein when he was with Trisha
Frenemies
Paytas?
he
he wasn't
Trisha
such
Paytas is
an
good.
angry, bitter fuck back then.
He had more fun.
Yeah.
And I would watch, I've been thinking about this lately, their falling out video. I would watch that again sometime. Just a real little refresher.
Hey guys, it's David.
18.2 million subscribers. You should all be fucking ashamed of yourselves.
How many of them are hate watching?
Uh-oh. I think David Dobrik might have deleted a shitload of videos.
He did this last time we checked on him too. Remember, there wasn't videos for months and months.
His last upload was 2 months ago. Okay.
Look at these titles. Rich girl invites me on her jet. Ugh, God.
It's just a piece of shit.
Look at big blonde chick with tits.
He really is a little sociopath or psychopath, this guy. Curly Adams says a guy that willingly got swung by an excavator is dumb. Hot take. Again, I wouldn't have gotten up there, but a guy with 18 million YouTube followers who claims to be your friend says, "Hey, you should do this and make you famous and blah, blah, blah."
The pressure's there.
He manipulates people. 100% he manipulates people.
I said the same thing, though. I'm like, well, he's a little bit to blame because he knows Dave didn't have any qualifications. And he still got up there, you know, but like Aaron said, the pressure of the things that could be after.
Raz of Chaz reached out to Dave Dobrik for comment, and what David said was, "Oh, Jeff, I thought we could settle this right here in Brainerd."
That's funny. I agree with PH Header. He probably did yell, "Why didn't you let go?" Think about that. In the hospital, he probably said, "Why didn't you let go, bro?"
Because you had me tied by my ankle. Raz of Chaz says, "But why didn't he let go?"
Oh my God.
That still makes me mad.
Why would you tie yourself to that? You'd be better off being flung into water than hitting a crane arm.
I'd be better off in a pine box.
Yes, Aaron.
Mr. Nobody says, "I'm hate watching New Boot Goofing." Well, thank you very much, buddy. $15 from Mr. Nobody. Mr. Nobody, would you like a 2XL Reborn tee from the Twitch days?
Oh, that'd be cool.
We have it here, and you've earned it with that donation, so it's totally up to you. We've got one left in our clearance sale. that we're having right now. So if you'd like it, just write in the chat. And if you want it, it's yours. We will hook you up with it. We'll wait for you in the chat. PA Cheddar, 27 years waist deep in water. David Dobrik.
Shame on you!
Yeah, I mean, I guess
actually,
the water's
David
shallow.
Dobrik, when reached for comment, said,
You got me. Hand in the cookie jar.
the excavating driving instructor looked at Dobrik and said,
Do you do your job? No!
You said you knew how to run this thing.
Mr. Nobody says yes, he would like it, and we have his info because he is a VIP.
Yeah.
So there
Thank
you
you, sir.
go. Looks like the goal for tomorrow is back down to 385. So
Cool.
if we can't hit that goal tomorrow, then we are not as cool as we think we are.
I like this. I'm getting the rest of the Twitch collectibles out of this house, except for ours, of course.
Yes.
We can't give people things we've worn.
I'd like you to keep mine. All right, so we've got Brian Callen and Brendan Schaub we can put up as a clip. Dave Dobrik is going up as a clip. We got Kumia that can go up as a clip. And tomorrow I got Stuttering John and that welding story from St. Cloud Technical College.
Look at these big hitters you got.
Oh, my God. You know what? We're crossing out the foot ad, the foot finder ad.
Your little wiener's twitching thinking about all those views you're going to get.
Man, some Kumia views, some Callen views. You know how many fucking teenagers on that Dobrik video I'm going to have going, don't talk shit about Dave Dobrik. He's so fucking cool.
I'm going to go fuck your mom.
Oh, I'm sure you are. And they'll all call me the N-word because for some reason that's what like 12-year-olds do now.
It's always your mom or the N-word.
Yeah, they're either going to fuck my mom or I'm a stupid N-word. That's kind of how 12 and 13 anybody who plays video games online, and I don't, whatever. But anybody who plays video games online knows that 12 and
Or it's-
13-year-olds can be the most vicious little pricks in the world.
Or